Today we've answered the age-old question of how many tentacles do we need, and that answer is always more. I've also increased the enemies by an awful lot, so it's not going to be as easy as you might think. We do have a lot of tentacles, we do have a lot of different powers going out there, but there's a lot of enemies that will destroy us in a hurry. So you just sit back and enjoy the ride, and we'll probably eventually crash the game before finishing it at this rate. But we're going to make a lot of money doing it. Mostly what I want is more goldfish. If you're asking how many tentacles we already have, I don't know, but we're going to try the boss. I wonder what he's going to think of this build. If we place ourselves, I don't know where all my damage comes from. We've taken off a lot of his health already. Where's all my black mambas? We are going to replace those two because they make it just too easy. But you can never have too much damage. Not with an octopus rampaging through a city. I'm just going to go like this and, you know, he's dead. But I'm pretty sure we almost have one of every type of creature on our octopus. So let's see if we can take down the Statue of Liberty, and I think we've gotten it. Our damage isn't as high as you think, so we're going to need to readjust our tentacles just a little. No goldfish. Well, I guess we'll settle for things like cobras. And the frogs are actually pretty funny. Very high damage. As long as we're spinning, they're grabbing something and destroying it. Porcupines are also fun for $1,350. It's just a matter of finding some room for them. We're back in the ocean under this monstrosity. Oh, we do have lots of scan now, so we will see things as they come. And we do still have, I don't know, 10 black mambas for some reason. I can't even see them. They're hidden somewhere on my build. Oh, and I grabbed a submarine with my frog thing. We're just waiting for that thing to slowly make its way to us. I'm going to try and hit it with my chicken eggs to destroy it. A huge wave of enemies is approaching. That sounds pretty fun. Let's scan them into existence, and we could just actually launch lots of chicken eggs at everything. For now, I'm going to put a dolphin fin in because I need this thing to spin even faster just because I can. Okay, I've added a few basic pieces just to try and remove a few black mambas because we really don't need that many of them. That's a little better. We still have way too many of them, but the enemies will get a lot stronger, and we do have way more enemies than we normally do anyway, so don't worry, this will get ridiculous quickly. I mean, more ridiculous. It's doing pretty well to start. It's a whole party on this octopus, and everyone's invited. Ow. I don't know if there's a hitting us. We do have some shields on there too. Something are blocking that shots. We just have a lot of layers on there. Nothing's gonna stop us right now. The problem is it's a little hard to like manage kind of what's on here. We just have a lot of damage going out of all kinds, and we're literally out of room for tentacles again. Like, I can sort of guesstimate what we're replacing, and I do enjoy things like frogs. Turtles can block bullets. I could literally just block all of the bullets around us. But I think we're better off just saving up our money for a little bit here. We got lots of black mambas going out, so there's lots of damage. We got lots of pieces of everything going in all directions. But we'll slowly replace the things we don't want with things we do want. For right now, though, we'll just spin that thing around and around until it hits something else. I think we can just take things for a ride like that, and nothing says any different. Maybe I need to increase the amount of enemies, though. Things are, like, pretty chaotic, but I think they could be worse. The game isn't struggling at all. I need you to crash into this thing for me, please. Can we do that? No? Alright, well, we're just keeping these now. They're part of the octopus. So far, so good. I still don't know what to do with this thing we're dangling around on us. I don't know if you're normally supposed to be able to grab these, but we got a hold of it anyway, so happy days. I wish I had a reroll thing over here, but we'll make do with what we got. We need faster spinning. We need more dolphins, and probably a snapping turtle for that big damage. That feels a little better. We're back on land where we can't fully utilize all of our black mambas anyway. So we are actually going to have to be a little bit more careful with what we're doing because enemies can and will get closer to us because I increased the number again. So, whoa, we're so quick though. I've added so many dolphin flaps so we can just go like this and hit everything. Okay, easy. We're going to be okay. Oh yeah, we can actually smash those into each other. And we are going to have to start dodging fireballs, but we do have some blockers on the octopus too. So as we're rolling, we're blocking things. I'm not entirely sure how this thing works at this point. We've just added like everything. We see it, we buy it, we stack it on there, we roll on along. It's kind of like speedrunning, but in a really cheatery way. We actually got hit by something there. We rolled into the sky piranhas. Oh, but our frog got a hold of an airplane. That does big damage. I just generally assume we're always doing damage to things nearby us, which is probably a good way to be because we do have a lot of lobster claws and stuff pinching things nearby. It's just really hard to see what's what because we're stacked like 3 layers deep of tentacles. I'm not even going to bother to kill most of the enemies at this point. I'm just going to roll right through most of them. We could use the money, but then again, we don't need it. It just adds a little bit more damage, which seems really stupid at this point. The porcupines are a lot of fun too, so we're going to replace a bee with a porcupine if we can see that. Oh, the snapping turtle blocks bullets and does bite damage. I want one of those. We'll replace one of our flipper fins with that. Then we'll probably save up our money for higher end upgrades and all these idiots. Stupid kangaroos. I feel like something like this does actually exist in Australia. Maybe someone in the comments could confirm, but Australia seems like a wildly dangerous place when it comes to wildlife. If not, we should create something like this in Australia to help even the score. Yeah, so far adding the porcupine obviously made a colossal difference. You can definitely see all the damage it's doing single-handedly. Alright, out of the way, idiots. I've got places to be. I've got to destroy the entire world, and I've got like 30 minutes to do it. I do also have $3,000, so that feels pretty good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and steer that into the ground. Okay, those are getting a little close. The snapping turtle doesn't go off often, but the fact that it blocks bullets is really a lifesaver for me. Alright, that wave of idiots is done. We're gonna tear through this building. Haven't got any swordfish yet. I think the best strategy is if I get in trouble just to spin. If I spin, my damage is going in all sides and we're blocking bullets and we're spinning really fast. Easy peasy. There we go. Rooster shoots eggs faster. I want lots of eggs. What don't we want? I probably don't want a penguin. Is that the penguin? I think we replaced a penguin. I just think it would be a lot of fun to launch eggs like that in all directions. It will eventually explode on things. Oh, things are getting quicker. Okay, stay away. Yep, we're good. We're actually not that dangerous from far away, but once things get close, we're like a nuclear bomb. Alright, things are getting close. Gonna keep launching the eggs. Don't touch the electrical wire. We're gonna take this spaceship for a launch till we smash it into the ground. Okay, so far so good. We're keeping well ahead on the damage curve. We are starting to launch lots of eggs. It's just hard to see where the... Oh, I put the rooster and the chicken side by side by accident. I didn't even notice. That's okay. It's time for Kangaroo. Kangaroo, you're not going to enjoy this. We took off a third of his health before he even before his health bar even showed up. I'm not sure what we're hitting him with mostly, but it's a little bit of everything. We'll just keep going like this. We're not killing him as quick as you'd think for how many tentacles we have, but I don't know which side is really has more damage or not. Anyways, he's dead, and we can move on to whatever continent we're moving on to. Once we destroy their Sydney Opera House. Pretty sure that's where the president lives or whatever. Another snapping turtle is fun. Okay, we're going to replace some bees with a snapping turtle because I'm not really sure what the bees do anyway. A treasure chest. Okay, we do still have one scanner and that's nice. That way we can actually identify these things before they get to us. So treasure chests live for way longer than you would think it would, considering how much damage we're supposedly doing. So we got a few snapping turtles. We got lots of pinchers and lobster claws at this point. We do have a few black mambas, which is great because they're definitely doing a lot of damage when we point them in the right direction. I also need to remember not to touch the jellyfish. Ow. Okay, I literally just told myself not to do that, but we're gonna be okay. As soon as things actually get close to us, I'm pretty sure we're like a trillion DPS because of all those claws. I didn't even see what happened there. Ooh, another snapping and another rooster. We're getting all the pieces we want. I just need to be careful what I'm replacing. There's a basic cobra there. And a snapping turtle can probably replace... I want this penguin gone. There? We're not very round anymore. We've taken on like an oval shape. But look at all those eggs. We're just an egg launcher of doom. We're going to kill everything with just eggs. Those actually do a lot of damage. I've always sort of underestimated the eggs, apparently. That was a little bit easier and quicker than I thought it would be. Not sure what's up with that, but the game's probably not performing as it normally does for some reason. And we still have 50 lives, so, you know, in case we do die, we'll have 49 more chances. And I don't really foresee that happening. Those can't even hit us because they're spinning so quick. And I even got an achievement for that because they're blocking so many bullets. Pretty sure when we do this, we might actually be invincible, at least with this amount of enemies, which is a lot. I didn't even realize I grabbed those submarines and taken them for a ride at this point. Okay, dodge that. Okay, we blocked it with our turtle anyway, so good. So far, so good. Not really sure what's happening. Something's being electrocuted. And there's just eggs in all directions. Somehow it's still just going really strong. Oh, good, a boss fight. This should go over well. Do you like eggs? And he's dying, he's dying, he's dying, and he's dead. Yeah, I have no idea what part of my octopus did the most damage. A goldfish. I do want more money. The goldfish is going to replace maybe the frog? Oh, and another chicken. I do enjoy the chickens. There's, I think, a basic level cobra there. Another snapping turtle's not going to hurt anything. You just got to be careful with what we're replacing. Alright, and then we're back on land. Look how quick we are. This is so absurd. Can we just roll through these? Will that kill them? What happens if we just roll straight through? No, we do still get hit, so we're not invincible. Which seems really weird at this point, considering what we're made out of. Using the power of eggs, we will defeat this universe. And there's flying sharks even, but we've got our own sharks to counter those, I think. We have a few expensive upgrades, but for the most part, these are pretty entry-level things. We just have a lot of them. And we got our first double wave, which means we're going to have a lot of enemies. Ow. Luckily, when we hit something, they'll blow up, so that kind of saved me in a way. I've got 3 snapping turtles on that one side. That's going to be so much damage. We got to find a building to test that on. Okay, snap away, turtles. Yep, that's doing ample damage. Plus the eggs. We're just launching things in all directions constantly, and I love every bit of it. And the building's already dead. That's a lot of damage. Oh, more snapping turtles and another rooster. This is great. We're getting better and better things as we go. I'll replace the elephant trunk. And a snapping turtle can replace... I think there's a lobster claw back there. I think it was that one. Now look at all those snapping turtles. There's like 3 in a row. So we'll try and get those onto the building, and yeah, we're like one-shotting entire skyscrapers. And the frogs are actually picking things up and moving them out of our way. I never really realized they could do that, but that's really handy for a build like this. Plus our eggs are like really destroying a lot of things that I'm not even noticing, because I'm not paying attention to enemies that aren't really nearby my octopus. Yeah, the eggs are probably doing more damage than anything at this point, but the snapping turtles are doing great for the buildings. I wonder how much further we could go with this idea. Can we get more tentacles? How many enemies could we destroy? So many unanswered questions. Hey, look at that. More snapping turtles and chickens, which are currently my favorite things in the world. Like, the eggs aren't even that strong by themselves. There's just so many of them that they're really, really making a mess of things. And the snapping turtles certainly aren't hurting either. They do colossal damage. I do still have a few, like, there's a lobster claw right in the back there that I would like to get rid of because it's not a snapping turtle. We'll turn it all into snapping turtles or eggs by the end. And then we have both long range, medium range, and short range, all while being really, really protected from projectiles that we can't even see at this point. Like, there's only a few angles the enemies can hit me from at this point if I'm sitting like that. Yes, hello, Stompatron. I'm here to snapping turtle you to death. I'm just gonna get right up under you and put the snapping turtles to work. Well, there's a few of them hitting its eyeball. Here, there we go. There's 3 snapping turtles munching on its eye. I'm not entirely sure what we're hitting it with at this point. Yeah, that's fine right there. There's 2 or 3 snapping turtles eating its health bar. And we're also moving very quickly, which gives us a really strange advantage in itself. But Stompatron is dead. Alright, now for that Imperial Palace thing. I'm gonna snapping turtle it to death very, very quickly. There's no snapping turtles, but there is a T-Rex that does extreme damage. So we're gonna try and slot that in somewhere. We're on our way to Paris, and I think we're probably gonna make it. I'm just gonna spin in circles this time to see if that really does work as well as I think it might. And our damage really isn't that focused far out. I mean, obviously there's a lot of eggs going out, but it's up close where the most dangerous. But I mean, look at it. That goes without saying. So we're going to fit a snapping turtle in, I guess, here, because we need more snapping turtles on that side. We have a kind of a gap in here for snapping turtles as well. I wonder if I can do this without moving. I'm not going to spin it all and see if this works. And I think it's going to, because snapping turtles block things. It's kind of weird when we hold still. Like, we just frozen a nuclear sub mostly in place. So holding still works, but it makes enemies go slow, and I don't have time for that. I've had too much coffee for anything slow. Now we're rapid firing projectiles in all directions, and more of the same. Everything's dead. Look at all the eggs. We could survive just on eggs, probably. If I could choose which I could pick and buy, I would just load it with eggs right now to see if that would work. Oh, and it's boss time. Well, he's just gonna get swarmed by eggs constantly anyway. He'll probably die just from those. Oh, and he's sending little piranhas at us. That's mostly annoying just because our eggs are going to be hitting piranhas instead of him more. But you know what? I'll get over it. Life goes on. Ooh, he turned into saw blades. He wants a good old-fashioned fight. He can get close to him if he wants to. He's not going to like what happens when he does. Yeah, every time he gets close, he gets snapping turtled away. And I think he gave up entirely at this point. Nope, he's back. He's launching surprise attacks, but he has 6 chainsaws, but we're infinitely more dangerous than that. T-Rex go there. Snapping turtle go... Is there a dolphin fin behind there? I feel like there is. It's really hard. There it is. Okay, also more chicken eggs. I think there's a dolphin fin here, so we're going to spin a lot slower than we used to, but we're doing a lot more damage again. Our speed was a bit much anyway. We don't need that much. The T-Rexes don't block shots, but I'm pretty sure they do more damage than a snapping turtle does. And here comes a huge wave of enemies. I wonder if they're going to be able to get through us or not. We're going to go ahead and snapping turtle T-Rex this building, and it's already dead. Look at all the enemies, though. The game does listen to me. There's more snapping turtles. Okay, I'm going to replace the porcupine, I think, with the snapping turtle. And then it's just sort of back to work with this. So we're just going to keep on going, keep biting, keep rolling. Who knew that 1,000 snapping turtles could be so much damage to things? Doesn't seem like anything can survive in our orbit. But here we're going for quantity over quality, that's for sure. Another T-Rex. I'm running out of room to put these. We also have a narwhal. Horn deals extreme damage. Well, where do we have room? What's behind that? What do you think that is back there? I'm going to replace it with a narwhal. We're kind of relying on mystery upgrades at this point. I'm going to put a T-Rex there. So there's double T-Rexes there. You just can't see what I just replaced. I think our narwhal took a back seat. There it is. You see it stepping up once in a while. That's fun. Probably the first time Paris has ever experienced something like this also. Just keep rolling. Yeah, that narwhal might actually be really good because I think it stabs out like a sword and we swing it around and it really makes a mess of things. So it's a boss fight time. I think Gigantomime is hearing boss fight music at this point. Where's my narwhal thing? I don't know where to put the most damage on this thing is. Here? There? Okay, that works. Already down to about half of its health and it hasn't really hurt me yet for some reason. Don't know what it's waiting for. Might just be overwhelmed by damage. Okay, we're just gonna sort of stay right here. I think missiles are gonna land on us if we stay there. Oh, okay. So, oh, never mind. He's dead. I thought that would be at least a little bit of trouble in dodging. All right, tower, get bitten to death. Easy peasy. All right, we got snapping turtles and T-Rexes again. Probably going to go for T-Rexes instead for now because they're more damage, I think. Don't replace the narwhal. That's expensive. No, and firing more eggs than ever before, but we're going to keep getting more stronger enemies than ever before. We're even getting bosses as basic enemies. Hopefully they come close, though. I don't have time for killing them way out there. Can you come over here? Well, he got evaporated. Look at all the eggs. There's another narwhal. I kind of want to save up for things like that. A chicken, I don't really know where to fit anymore.
And you know it's a good day when you have trouble fitting your chicken in.
I'm actually going to try holding still this time. I'm not going to move. Just straight up holding completely still. And here comes the treasure chest. I think, yeah, the treasure chest, yeah, because it's basically coming into us, it's going to get narwhaled. So, oh, actually, yeah, it just about got away. Oh, things are getting close to us. Nope, we're still fine. Well, there's a snapping turtle. If I could just find a bit of room. I know there are some lobster claws. I just don't know what's like behind everything. It's really hard to see what I'm... Oh, that's actually a basic snake. No, there's 4 snapping turtles. 2 T-Rexes, then another 3 snapping turtle. There's another T-Rex over here. Then I'm going to replace whatever's behind those with a rooster. Just kind of guessing that's an upgrade. This time I'm going to spin again a little bit. We want those eggs going in more directions. Plus the narwhal thing goes like a sword swooping around. If I had really good like movement speed, this sword would probably do a few revolutions before retracting. But I'm pretty happy with this result anyway. But our DPS is pretty high, definitely far higher than I've ever had it before. Like, it's ridiculous how far away it is. A gigantic enemy is approaching. I dare it to. We're pretty much made of snapping turtles and T-Rexes at this point, which is really a dream come true. I've always wanted that. I don't know if my snapping turtles can actually hit it there, or the T-Rexes or whatever. So, I don't know, we'll just keep spinning maybe, and whatever happens to hit things, hit things. I'm not here to strategize, I'm just here to keep stacking on upgrades until something breaks. Oh, look who got electrocuted, so we can give him a stabbing. Okay, he was electrocuted one more time, and we've stabbed him to death. More snapping turtles you shouldn't have. We're gonna try and fit them in, I don't know, what's that replacing? Back on land, I've only got 3 HP left, so that's a little bit surprising to me, but we did do some stupid things. Oh, we're to the point where we're fighting these guys already, who actually can't hurt us when they explode, so I've got to play a little bit patiently. Does this look like a patient build to you? This is the kind of build that wants to be done yesterday. Never mind, I got hit by something, but it's getting hard to see. There's just a lot of things going on, like those projectiles probably could hit me. That's a lot of projectiles. The upgrade choices were all boring. Plus, I went ahead and made a small sacrifice. Now we have full health again. I just didn't want to live at 1 health because eventually we'll get hit and then I have to restart. I want to do that on my turns. Like, for the most part, as long as I'm moving, I'm perfectly fine. The snapping turtles block all the damage. These guys will explode and get in the way sometimes. Electrical wires hurt. For the most part, I'm like 99% immortal. And I still got hit by something. And we got hit by something else there. Something managed to get, I think, a shot through my defenses. But it's a race to take down his building. Will they kill me before I destroy it? I don't know. I think we got it. I decided to place one of the snapping turtles with the T-Rex because it does more damage. We don't need any more defense at this point. We want more damage because we're not killing buildings quick enough. Which brings us to Mech Force 1, the final boss. I hope you like all sorts of damage. Already it's getting low. Okay, we're going to try and point the T-Rex and the narwhal because I think those are our highest damages. So I'm just going to sit right here and already he's down to 60% health. He's launching giant radioactive balls at us, but those are doing nothing. I mean, is it better to spin? Do we get more damage out if we spin? That might hit us. Whoops. Okay, it's going to be a little bit hard on these points because it's hard to see, but pretty sure he's about dead. Okay, the body is dead. The flying White House is still going, but I feel like it's not going to last super long against all this damage everywhere. Though this is where like range damage is definitely important because our eggs don't do a lot of damage. We'll just slowly stab it to death with the narwhal. And the narwhal does have decent range. Like I can sit over here and stab it. So I think I did pretty well with this. I think the damage was up to par and our build was probably good enough to beat the game. So mission accomplished.